Hello everyone, Jeff here. So this is the Ocho. This is my 8th aquarium. I set this up last week for the purpose of being a dedicated quarantine tank, as I mentioned in my previous video. But today I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to answer the age-old question: does spiderwood sink or float? As some of you may know, I purchased several pieces of spiderwood on eBay. I made 3 different videos for 3 different unboxing videos where I bought some from Asia and emphasized how inexpensive it was. Well, it's kind of like a silhouette here against the light of the tank, so yeah, there we can see it a little better. Color of it. But yeah, so in those videos I had people ask me if this sinks or floats. Some of you may know different types of driftwoods will sometimes will float, and I've seen people use rocks to weigh them down. I guess they would float to the top at first until they get waterlogged, and so with this, what I do with driftwood, I boil it. So this has been boiled first. I do that for the purpose of sterilization and to release tannins. That's another thing that was asked, if they tint the water with tannins. So, the answer to that question is, if it does, it's very marginal, as long as it's boiled first. This is a small piece anyway. This little piece going in this 10-gallon is going to be marginal there. But we're going to see if this will sink or if it floats. So, if you remember the song, will it float? Will it float? Will it float? Will it float? Does that sound familiar to anybody? Bonus points if you can tell me what that is in the comments. But we're gonna do it, and we're gonna try it here. So it's probably not the best thing to have the air pump on top of the tank. I had it in the right spot without vibrating, but moving it out of the way so I can drop it in. Okay, here it goes. It sinks. There's your answer. So now you can tell your friends and your kids and your family and everybody, when they ask, does spiderwood sink or float? It sinks. And that could be because it's already been boiled and waterlogged in that sense, but yes, it does sink. So if anybody had any concerns, thinking of getting spiderwood and didn't want it to float, wanted to make sure it sank, and didn't want to have to weigh it down with rocks or anything, there's your answer. It sinks. So what I'm going to do now, just putting that in here, because this plant floats, I want to use this piece of spiderwood, so I'm going to kind of tangle some of the roots around it to anchor it down so that it can spread out and not just be floating at the top. Because here I have this submersible LED light, so it's kind of angled downward into the tank. So as is right now, only the front is getting most of the light, and back here is not getting much light. So I wanted to get light in the middle. So this being just an inexpensive submersible light, I'm trying this instead of light that goes, the light is directly in the water, where losing some of the par going through the glass like I have other lights in my other tanks. So even though this would be a weaker light, it's not going to lose some of that going through the glass there. And so I've been wondering if I should, because this is going to be my quarantine tank, but I'm wondering if I should put some fish in here to do a fish in cycle. So I mean, I have like lots of platies and guppies in all my other tanks. So what do you think? Should I throw in a platy or a guppy just for the hell of it? You know, I was thinking of maybe buying a molly too, as I mentioned in my previous video, to keep in here. You know, as I use this as a quarantine tank and get new fish, but I'll just keep, you know, a resident fish. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. But what do you think? Should I just throw in a guppy or a platy? Let me know in the comments if what would you do in that spot. But yeah, all right. So driftwood, spiderwood sinks, and if you're interested in getting ideas of where to get some inexpensive spiderwood, I have several videos where I show those unboxings, so you can check those out. All right. And that's it for now. And in case you didn't already know, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies and I enjoy kitties. Thanks for watching.